Hello and welcome back to Pro Evolution Soccer 2019. It is the Aston Villa Master League save, and we have Paulo Dybala. If you haven't been following the whole series, it's incredible. He's joined us on loan from Juventus, and he's playing very, very well for us as a second striker. But today we're back a little bit earlier than I said we would be, because we're playing Wolverhampton Wanderers on the 23rd of December. So hoping to give the Villa fans a lovely Christmas present with a Derby Day win at Molineux. So it should be a very tough game. If we get into it though, you can see with all the updated colours and stuff, I've remembered to put on Evo Switcher this time. So we'll have all the Premier League overlay and everything like that. If we go into the game plan, we've had a change of formation. We're playing a 3-5, what's that? A 3-5-2 or a 5-3-2 formation, and it's working, I would say. We'll go into the schedule so that you can see how we've been playing. We were last together for a Man City game. We lost 2-1. We followed that up with a 2-1 loss to Arsenal, and I thought we'd change formation to this 3 at the back, and it's worked really well. We've only conceded 1 goal against Spurs in a 2-1 win. We kept a clean sheet against West Ham in a 2-0 win, and we've just lost to Brighton 1-0 in a game where we absolutely battered them, and they scored the flukiest goal I've ever seen. They had a shot, it looped over my goalkeeper with a deflection, and went into the top corner, with Jan Sommer being a bit helpless to do anything about it. But today we're going to be playing Wolverhampton Wanderers in a one-game episode, so you'll be seeing a lot of the game and I'll be talking quite a lot, but we'll go into it. I haven't changed the team into what I want it to be, but yeah, lots of people are up for it in terms of it being a derby and everything, so Weghorst is up for it. Is he the best striker we have up for it? Weir's not. I could probably play Abraham. I mean, 76. Yeah, I reckon still maybe. Where's Lacazette? I'm tempted just to. I think I'm going to start Lacazette anyway. He is the best striker we have. I'll take Abraham off and put Weghorst. Weghorst offers us something different, which is good. Core can stay on the bench. Monreal isn't better than Tierney, so he can stay on there. Martinez. Oh, Martinez could start. Let's give Martinez a go. He's up a little bit. So we have Lacazette and Rashford on the bench. Politano can fill in for Tierney, so we don't need him and Monreal on the bench, to be honest. We can take one of those off. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky. Saltido, where can you fill in? Okay, you're quite versatile. Politano can play up front or left or right. Yeah, we don't need both of those on the... Sorry, Monreal, you're going to miss out, and we're going to put Jack Grealish onto the bench. Grealish does normally start there instead of Ceballos. I'm just wondering if there's anybody else we can put in there who's on there up. Is Vitinho on up? No. We could put Saltido in there, but he's not as good. That's what we're going to start with then. Smalling is the middle of the 3 defenders because he's the tallest. Tuanzebe and Retsos are both quicker than him, and therefore they cover the flanks and cover the wingers. Yet we're ready to go. All the strips are correct. Let's get into the game. So here we are at Molineux, and it is snowing. Just to add a little, another little element into the Derby Day game, which means the ball will be slippery. The pitch will be perfect for slide tackles. There is Gio Moreno, the guy that we sold to Wolves 2 seasons ago now. As the teams come out, it's going to be one hell of a game. It's Derby Day in the Midlands. Aston Villa v Wolves. So here are the 2 teams then. Wolverhampton line up with Patricio in goal, Castro, Dendoncker and Cody at the back. Jean Moutinho and Neves in the middle. Cavaliero, Traore on the wings. Saiss, Moreno and Jimenez is out front. Moreno captaining the team for Wolves now after his move from Villa, who line up like this. Sommer in goal, Tuanzebe, Smalling and Retsos at the back. Llorente in holding midfield. Lucien Bennett and Tierney as the wing backs. Goretzka and Ceballos line up behind Martinez. And star signing Paulo Dybala. And the game gets underway with Wolves kicking us off in their gold strip, and they're going to be looking to take control of this game early doors, and Aston Villa are just probably going to let them have the ball to start with. There's been a lot of Aston Villa are happy to give up possession to other teams now. With this 3 at the back, it makes them a lot harder to break down. As Ceballos has given away a very cheap pass there into Moreno, who's tackled well by Goretzka, who comes forward into Dybala. Dybala looks to turn away. Lovely bit of skill. That was pretty filthy, that, to be honest. It was lovely stuff. As Martinez gets tackled, Goretzka flicks this onto Tierney. Tierney just holds his run, waiting for some support from somewhere. And Wolves are keeping a very good shape, which means Tierney has to go all the way out to Tuanzebe. And Wolves have been performing pretty well in the Premier League in real life and in this save as well. I'm quite impressed with Wolves in real life Premier League. I think they're doing well. They've got a good team, and Cavaliero is part of that on the left wing in this save. Llorente puts in a good tackle though and brings it away, and he's got a runner in front of him in Goretzka, who flicks it up to Dybala. Gives it back to Goretzka in his path. Goretzka just asking for some movement, and he's tried to find Ceballos, but that's a terrible pass, but it's come back to him, and he's got Dybala outside. Dybala's in on goal. Oh, Patricio, great save down low with the feet. Dybala tried to fool him with the eyes, and it was a poor clearance here from Wolves, and it was picked up by Goretzka into Dybala on his left foot. It's a lovely save from Patricio to react quickly, and we do have a corner. Dybala will swing this one in, hoping to get it towards the penalty spot. It goes to Retsos at the near post, and it comes back out to Dybala. Gives it infield to Goretzka, who uses Burnett, and then lays it into Dybala's path. Tries to get it back onto his left foot to put a cross in, but it's blocked very well by João Moutinho. But Aston Villa aren't hanging around now. They can feel that the momentum is with them, and they keep this alive. Llorente has it, lays it into Goretzka. Referee, is that a foul? No, it's not. He got the ball. And here comes Seas. Seas lays it back to Cavaliero. And Jimenez just gets a good foot in. Llorente wins the ball there. Martinez, who hasn't actually featured too much for Aston Villa this season. It's mainly been Lacazette playing in that role up front with Dybala off him. And I don't think Dybala's missed a game since he's signed for the Villains. But here he is. Dybala turns. Lays it off to Goretzka. Looking for that run of Lucien Burnett. Goretzka seems like he's up for the game, but couldn't control that. Moreno fires it into Jimenez, who turns very well to get away from Smalling. Then comes up against Retsos. Jimenez going all on his own here. Lays it off. Moreno with a shot. And Jan Sommer wasn't really troubled, but it's a very good move by Wolves, showing that they're not afraid to get men forward. And Jimenez here, lovely turn off it, and then used his strength well. Laid it back into the path of Moreno, whose shot just goes flying over the bar. Not troubling Sommer at all, but Dybala is in a bit of space. He should have enough time to bring this down if Goretzka flicks it onto him, and he does. Dybala brings it down, brings Lucien Burnett into play, and Dybala's got the pace ahead of Cody there. And then, he just looked to turn. Cody got back very well to make it a good challenge. And Jimenez again turns away from his marker, but Smalling comes over, gets a foot in, and Ruben Neves lays it off to Cavaliero, into Moreno. Moreno into the box, shoots, easy for Jan Sommer. This is an interesting situation here where both teams are lining up with three at the back. Not something you see all too often this season in the Premier League, as Goretzka comes forward with it, lays it in to Ceballos. Ceballos tries to go around the corner into Martinez, but it comes out to Llorente. Llorente masters it onto Retsos. Retsos up to Martinez, into Ceballos, who just ran into Moreno there, and Says picks it up and comes forward. And now we've got numbers back. That's part of the joy of having this three at the back formation, and Chris Smalling has read that very, very well. Picks it up very easily. And Tierney's giving it away to Adama Traore. That is not clever. Jimenez lays it in. Jay Moreno shoots, and against his former club, he's got a lovely finish on that one. Captain for Wolves fires it in. Moreno sticks it in the corner, and it's 1-0 Wolverhampton Wanderers, 1-0 to the home team. And I'm not too sure what Tierney was thinking here. It looked like a bit of a poor touch rather than a misplaced pass. But Moreno, first time left-footed finish. Wonderful stuff. 1-0 Wolves, and Aston Villa have it all to do. Goretzka lays it off to Retsos, who's just going to fire this up towards Martinez, into Ceballos. Ceballos has got Martinez going, and Martinez is through here. Can he lay it square to Dybala? He does, and it's immediately 1-1. And that's just an instant response, really. Dybala gets it, celebrates in his usual fashion, as we know. And that is a very, very good instant reply from Aston Villa. Lovely ball from Ceballos into Martinez, who unselfishly squared this. And Dybala this time beats Patricio at his near post. He didn't need another attempt of asking. In the snow, it's 1-1 here in the Midlands at Molineux. And Dybala with a lovely tuck finish home at the near post. Dendoncker couldn't catch up with him. And Dybala pulls out the trademark celebration. And it is 1-1 in the Midlands Derby. So Wolves get it back underway after Dybala's equaliser. And Cesar's given that away. And Tierney pounces on it. And he's coming in. You can see Dybala in a lot of space. Referee, we'll have the foul. We'll have the foul, referee, please. No, you're not getting the foul. Okay. I wish you could just let... Well, I suppose I could have just let them have the ball. But Goretzka's tackle, but wins it back. And he's just going to, hopefully, put that into Lucien Burnett's path, but didn't. It's a long ball forward, and Smalling attacks it and wins a free kick. Jimenez was backing in, apparently. Not that he agrees with that decision, but Smalling wins a free kick for Villa. Smalling jumping for a header, and 50-50, not a foul in my eyes. I'd be annoyed if that was given against me in a proper game. But Dybala takes it short into Tuanzebe. who just looks to give it in the... Llorente lost it, won it back again, lost it again, and here comes Jimenez. Smalling dives in, misses ball and player though, as most Man United fans would probably attest that that's Chris Smalling in a nutshell. As Tuanzebe looks to use his pace to get there first, can't. Lucien Bennett dives in. They play on with Moreno. Moreno into Saiz. Saiz is not fouled, but it falls to Jimenez, whose shot was tame. Not very good. Sommer looks to launch a counter-attack up to Dybala. Dybala, Moreno tracked that so well there for Wolves. And Jimenez now turns, lays it into Retzos. Tierney, what are you doing? You're on an up. Don't try a bloody back heel in your own box. That's good pressure from Llorente, though. He's been absolutely superb since signing for Villa, and he's just made that holding midfield position his own. It's going to be interesting to see how Villa get on next season, whether they can renew these loan transfers of these big money stars they've got. Are the home parent clubs going to allow the likes of Dybala and Lacazette, all of those players and teams, are they going to allow those deals to happen again? Are they going to want to use them themselves after Aston Villa have shown they've still got life in their legs? As Lucien Bennett comes forward here, he's made a good run. Dybala's made a great run into the box, but didn't get out for the header. Cavaliero lets him run across his body, and Neves comes away with it. Put under pressure by Goretzka, who gets slightly in the way of that pass. Jimenez holds it up again to hold off Smalling. Saiz looks to turn and does well away from Llorente. Moreno shoots again from range, and Sommer picks it up. And again, Dybala's that out ball that Aston Villa are looking for. And he's turned and he's got away from his man as well. It's Dybala twisting and turning. This poor pass though from Dybala, looking to lay it into somebody who just really wasn't there. And the Midlands Derby in the snow is end-to-end action at the moment. And I'd say it's Aston Villa who are having the slight better of it, overrunning the ball a bit too often, probably for cultured left foot's liking in the management box. But Neves comes forward, tackled well. Can Dybala get on the loose ball? No, he can't. João Moutinho out to Moreno, into Neves. Cavaliero into Jimenez, who turns. He's got time, beats the tackle and puts the shot just past the post. Raul Jimenez. Sommer was worried with that one, and it was a good build-up play from Wolves here. Lovely little bit of 1-2 tick-a-taka football in the middle, and Jimenez, and then the slide tackle wildly from Tierney, came flying in. But I didn't have too much to worry about as the ball goes high and into the air. Dybala v Cody, and Dybala, I'd say surprisingly, wins that header. Now, Martinez, although he's assisted for Dybala's goal, I think is struggling up front in that lone striker position. And Jimenez pulled off Smalling and fires it into the net. And they work this well, laid back to the edge of the halfway line. Moreno with a goal and assist. That's a lovely finish from Raul Jimenez. Wonderful through ball for Moreno, and it's 2-1. And Villa are going to have to get an instant reply again. Can they do it? Have they got it in their locker to get this game back? Goretzka. Marcos Llorente looks into Dybala. Dybala just holds this up. Looks to lay it in. Goretzka. He was in, but Ruben Neves got back to make the tackle. And there is still a dangerous throw. So the instant reply is still on. Lucien Bennett lays it off to Dybala. Dybala, is he looking to create space for a shot on his left foot? I think he was. But he was tracked very well by Ruben Neves. Johnny Castro put under pressure. Ruben Neves won't be allowed to turn by Ceballos. And Ceballos is just holding his position, marking Neves. But they've worked that very well indeed. Moreno looks to turn. He's put under pressure by Goretzka. Raul Jimenez back out to Moreno with a little knockdown header with the overlapping run of Cavaliero. Cavaliero looks to fire it into Saiz, and it's just over the bar. Again, Wolves are looking good on these attacks. They're playing it well, working the space and getting past Aston Villa's high press. And that'll go up to Dybala, but he won't have time to do anything with it. It's 2-1 at half-time. Wolverhampton Wanderers are breaking this normally good and resilient Aston Villa defence. Only 2 shots on target, 2 shots in the game for Aston Villa so far. They're going to have to work on that. As we'll come back for any main highlights. I'm just going to try and focus on the game a little bit more and not commentate as much. Dybala's found himself in a bit of space, tries to curl one from range, and Patricio makes a wonderful save. And it was a good little bit of interchange with Goretzka in the middle of the park, but it didn't come to anything major in the end, as Smalling tries to not get drawn out of position to go and get Jimenez, as Goretzka can't cut out that pass. Moreno, it's a poor pass and intercepted by Llorente, but he gets it back. Tuanzebe looks to lay that into Jimenez. But Tuanzebe covers it well. Tuanzebe then comes forward. Up it goes to Lucien Bonnet. Goretzka back to Llorente, and Aston Villa just keeping a bit of possession now in this game, which is something we haven't seen them do too much. Llorente into Dybala. Dybala sees the runner Ceballos. Ceballos looking for Martinez. I think the Argentine striker in Martinez is he Argentinian? I think he is. He's going to come off in a minute to probably be replaced by Lacazette or maybe Rashford, or I don't know. I can't remember who we've got on the bench. If Abraham's on the bench, then maybe Hammer on, or maybe Weghorst, so that we can challenge them with a few aerial balls. I don't know. I have to see. Tierney is out of position, but is putting good pressure on the Wolves midfield, and he's potentially won this back for a counter-attack. There's Dybala holds on to it, and there's lots of runners going through, and the defender had to get that touch and got a good touch on it, and Traore looks to launch their own counter-attack for Wolves, as that was a really late tackle. Jimenez lays it back to Moreno with a shot. It's deflected past the post, and that was similar to how Brighton got their 1-0 win, which is why I was a bit worried. Martinez is going to come off to be replaced by Lacazette because he's just been playing very, very well and was probably a bit unlucky to miss out in this Derby starting 11. But Martinez off, Lacazette on. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Aston Villa 1 in the Derby, and that's gone past everybody. And Jan Sommer was alive to get that as a good catch. And Lacazette's first touch is to lay it off to Tierney, who lays it back to the Frenchman. Up it goes to Goretzka. Goretzka now comes forward with it, and he's waiting for some support. Lays it into Dybala. Dybala to Lacazette. Lacazette looks to try to go back to Dybala, forcing the issue just a little bit as Lacazette holds on. Lays it in to Dybala's path. He turns, gives it into Tierney. Tierney puts it in the middle, looking for Goretzka, who's beaten in the air. Ceballos looks to flick it in. Neves is there to get it away. And Wolverhampton Wanderers just live again. Lacazette nearly nicks it in the final third, but just couldn't get there to make sure it counted. And Wolves hang on to possession. Cavaliero's found himself the wrong side of Tuanzebe. That's what I love about Tuanzebe, the pace he's got, but that is a terrible pass. And Says finds himself in some space. Llorente with a lovely foot in. And Ceballos just lays it off to Goretzka. Lucien Bonnet, who now comes forward. He's got Goretzka making a run. And Goretzka holds it up, lays it in. Ah, it's a poor pass. Dybala's not going to get that. Save your energy, lad. Says comes off to be replaced by Paulo Andre for Wolverhampton Wanderers. There is, what, half an hour, 25 minutes to go. And Aston Villa are looking like they're running out of ideas in this game. Goretzka into Lacazette's feet, who takes a touch. Ref, is that a foul? It is a foul. And Lucien Bonnet is on the pitch. And he is a dangerous free kick taker, as we know. Here he is. He stands over the ball. That is a very small man. That must be Adama Traore in the middle. Let's try and get it over him. He's got it over the wall and into the corner. Lucien Bonnet, he picked his position, got it over the wall, over Adama Traore in the wall, rifles it into the net for a second attempt, and Lucien Bonnet makes it 2-2 in the West Midlands Derby with a lovely, well-taken free kick. I mean, Patricio's got no chance when it's hit that well. 2-2, and Wolves get us back underway. Lacazette has closed down Connor Cody's clearance, and Connor Cody just uses his strength well, lays it back to Patricio. Lacazette making a difference since coming on, winning the free kick that Lucien Bonnet scored by. So good winning header in the air by Smalling. But they've just got to be wary here. Lucien Bonnet is being caught out of position quite a lot at the right wing-back position. Moreno onto his right foot, his weaker foot. And Jan Sommer has nothing to worry about with that one. Up it goes towards Dybala. Flicks the header onto Lucien Bonnet. And now he's got runners with him. Lucien Bonnet lays it into Dybala. Oh, it's such a poor 1-2 as Connor Cody is being put under pressure by Lucien Bonnet, who will now be wildly out of position, but Wolves can't take advantage of it. In it goes to Andre, up to João Moutinho. Jimenez looks to turn. They go over the top. Retsos has covered that run from Adama Traore very well indeed. It goes back to Sommer. And Aston Villa will look to build out from the back. And they've done that pretty well so far. In it goes to Goretzka. Goretzka into Dybala. Dybala looks to turn away from Cody and does. They've played the advantage. Lacazette looks to feed it into Goretzka. He's got the wrong side of the defenders. Goretzka looks to pick out Lacazette. Oh, the defender got such a lucky touch on it. Lucien Bonnet lays it down the line. Goretzka again doesn't get there. Dendoncker puts a clearance on it. Cavaliero gets it away. Tuanzebe keeps it alive for Villa. Llorente gives it back to him. Lucien Bonnet is out wide. There's a good run from Dybala going forward, and he's turned his man. Oh, Dendoncker just got back. Dybala pulling out a lovely bit of skill to beat Dendoncker, who just had enough about his gangly long legs to win that back. Tuanzebe wins it back again. Lucien Bonnet comes forward. He's going to lay this off into Goretzka's path. He's waiting for a movement. Oh, I thought it had made its way through. First time cross going back in. Lacazette with a header, and Patricio makes the save. And all of a sudden, Aston Villa seem to have found their rhythm. And can they keep this momentum going? João Moutinho out to Andre, flicks it onto Adama Traoré with a good pass, looking for the run of Jimenez. Chris Smalling covers that really well. And it's a frantic game, and we're going to stay with it now until the end, because this could go either way. Retsos lays it out, great ball up the line to Tierney. Tierney looks to just get, he hasn't got the legs to get away from Andre, who's fresher since he came on as a sub. That goes into Dybala, who is surely fouled. We're going to let Lucien Bonnet take this one for sure. Oh, we had a run in the middle there. But he's already got one. They've learned. Well, no, they haven't learned. There's still the small guy in the wall. Lucien Bonnet, has he hit that one too hard? He has. Just put a little bit too much on it at the end. Rashford's going to come on to replace Paulo Dybala, who has run himself ragged in this game. Actually, with 7 minutes left, we'll make our last 2 changes. And we're going to get Ceballos is going to come off. And we're actually going to bring on the local lad. Jack Grealish is going to come on for Aston Villa as well. So that should be. Why is that not a double substitution? Why have you not? Why? Come on now, game. Come on now. Oh, he has come on. Rashford has already come on. Okay, that's all right. Jack Grealish, Marcus Rashford on, Dybala, and Ceballos coming off. So fresh legs in more attacking positions for Aston Villa as Jimenez knocks that down well. Diego Jota looks to go to Moreno, who's challenges with Tierney, and Lacazette will pick this one up and looks to get Lucien Bonnet involved. Lucien Bonnet lays it off to Goretzka, who looks for Rashford. Rashford, fresh legs. Just looks to hold this up. Can he beat Dendoncker for acceleration? No, Dendoncker puts in a good tackle, but it's a dangerous throw in here for Aston Villa, who Lucien Bonnet lays it back to Neves, who gets his head to it. And it stays in play. I thought that was going out, as Tuanzebe couldn't really do anything with it. As João Moutinho comes forward, it goes out to Jimenez. Tuanzebe wins that one well, and then boots it against Jimenez to win a throw-in. And there's 3 minutes left. Both teams are going for it and want the win. Lucien Bonnet into Goretzka. Goretzka up the line to Rashford. Rashford up to Lacazette. Rashford is going to try and get in behind, and he has a good chip ball. And it's Rashford. It's Marcus Rashford in on goal. He looks to square it. Oh, why didn't he just shoot? I'm such a moron. Gio Moreno. That could have been the win. It should have been the winning goal. Oh, what was I playing at? What was I playing at? Tuanzebe can't cut that ball out. Jimenez looks to get in behind. Retsos covers it very well. 2 minutes of added time is all that remain. Retsos looks to get it up the pitch quickly. Goretzka fires this one into Rashford. Rashford lays it off to Lucien Bonnet. Rashford's using his pace again to try and get in behind. Connor Cody gets another foot in really well. He's had a great game at the back, Connor Cody. And that's going to be it. It's 2-2 in the Midlands Derby. Oh, and I could have won it with Rashford at the end. It's going to be disappointment for Villa fans. Oh, gutting. Absolutely gutting. I mean, Wolves had lots more shots. Loads of them were from range, though. Jimenez gets man of the match, which I could probably agree with. He held the ball up well. Scored a goal. But yeah, results, have they gone our way? Man United won. I don't know. We're up to 6th, so we go above Leicester in a Europa League spot, which is what the chairman wants. 3 points off 4th, so we are very close to a Champions League position. And that's the sort of position we need to get money-wise and to attract the big players. Rashford was devastated. I'm devastated that I passed that ball, mate, rather than making you shoot. But there we go. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll be back for the next episode, which will probably be the FA Cup against Arsenal. But I haven't decided it fully yet. But thank you so much for watching. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.